Hello class 502. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020, and today we're going to be doing our reading book, I Dance, to tell the world's stories, okay? So take out your reading books and let's get started. Can we see that? Okay. My name is Tilda and I am a ballet dancer. Last year, my dance company went on a world tour. We went to different countries around the world and we danced for audiences in 5 cities. We used our dances to tell stories. We began our tour, can we see that? In the United States. We danced in San Francisco, California. Then we flew to New York to perform. We performed the story of Beauty and the Beast. My body movements, costumes, and music tell stories. In the story, Beauty's father brings her a rose from Beast's garden. Beauty becomes friends with Beast. Later, she falls in love with him. Beauty's love breaks the spell that Beast was under, and he turns into a handsome prince. Let's see if we can read this down here. To get a feel for my part, I read different storybooks of Beauty and the Beast. I danced the part of Beauty. A dance teacher showed me how to dance each part of the story. I practiced alone, and I also practiced with the other dancers. Okay. Someone in the dance company drew pictures of what our costumes would look like. Other people sewed the costumes. Another person was in charge of makeup. The dancer who played Beast had to wear a wig and a lot of makeup. He was supposed to look scary and ugly. In ballet, we do not speak like actors in a play. Instead, we tell the story with dancing and music. For our performances, we used recorded music and sounds. I always felt so alive when the spotlight shined on me. Finally, it was time to perform for an audience. Some of us felt nervous. All of us felt excited. We danced our best, and at the end of the show, the audience clapped loudly. That made me feel good. When the performance was over, some people in the audience threw flowers on the stage. Next, my dance company flew to Germany, a country in Europe. This country has a rich history of telling stories. Hansel and Gretel is a story about a brother and a sister who get lost in the woods. They find a house made of gingerbread and candy. I visited the statue of Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. They were brothers who wrote down the old stories that Germans had been telling for years and years. Hansel and Gretel is one of those stories. How many pages do we have? Okay. Hansel and Gretel eat a bit of the sweet house. An old woman comes out and takes the children inside. She plans to eat them, but the children outsmart her. When the woman tries to push Gretel into the big oven, Gretel pushes the woman inside the oven instead. I know the story is famous, but it is kind of scary. Our costume makers use dolls like these to help create costumes for the performance. To get ready for the new performance, I had to learn new dances. I danced the part of Gretel. When I danced in the woods, I crouched over to look scared. When I danced up to the gingerbread house, I danced in a happy, bouncy way. Soon, it was time to go to another part of the world. Our next stop was Moscow, a city in Russia. A popular story in Russia is about a boy named Peter and a wolf. Peter lives with his grandfather in the forest. One day, a wolf comes and swallows Peter's friend, the duck, played by me. Peter asks another friend, can we see that? Another friend, a bird, to fly around the wolf's head. While the wolf watches the bird, Peter throws a rope around the wolf's tail. As the wolf chases the bird, the rope pulls tight. The wolf is caught. Okay, we can see that too. I had fun practicing for this performance. My dance teacher asked if a duck could dance, what would the dance look like? How would the duck move? I practiced dancing like a duck. My yellow costume was fluffy like a duck's tail feathers. Okay. I really like how the story ends. Peter and the townsfolk take the wolf to the zoo. Even though the wolf swallows me up, I am not hurt. In the end, I pop out of the wolf's stomach. I live happily ever after near Peter's cottage. Before long, it was time for the dance company to travel again. From Russia, we went across Asia to Japan. In this country, people tell the story of Peach Boy. In Tokyo, Japan, we performed the Peach Boy. An old man and his wife very much want to have a child. One day, the woman finds a huge peach floating in the river. She takes the peach home, and she and her husband find a baby boy inside. They raise Peach Boy as their son. When Peach Boy is a teenager, he fights monsters on a nearby island. With the help of a dog, a monkey, and a bird, he drives away the monsters. He finds treasure in their caves, and he brings it home to his family. They live happily ever after. I danced the part of the monkey. I asked myself, if a monkey could dance, how would it move? My dances were fast and graceful, and a little silly. Sometimes I made the audience laugh. I went to a zoo to see how monkeys move. Finally, our world tour was over. I was happy to go home, but also a little sad it was over. Still, I will never forget my tour around the world. I will never forget the stories from around the world that I told through dance. I am glad to be a dancer. Okay, guys, that's the book for today. I want you guys to reread the story a couple times to really make sure you understand it. And if you have any questions, call or email the school, and we can help you. And I will see you guys on Thursday, okay? Have a good day, guys.